Alright guys, welcome back to the NoCoast blog. I'm Dan Fink and today we're talking about gymnastics. I got the opportunity to do the CrossFit gymnastics course this weekend, and one of the things they underlined and we heard for the whole weekend, throughout the whole weekend, was better movement. In a CrossFit workout, especially in competition, we talk about what's the point A and point B of a movement. So what's the starting point, point A, what's the finishing point, point B? And how fast can we get through those reps? Especially in competition, there might not be a whole lot looked at between like how we get there. And this gymnastics course got us to reset our focus on that movement. So how do we get from point A to point B? And how important it is. One, for safety, and two, for efficiency. Okay. If we have crappy movement, we are going to be less efficient. Okay, so we're going to be using more energy, and ultimately, how fast we can move through a workout or get through a workout is going to take a toll, and we're going to end up being slower. Safety. Let me cross my T. If we're not moving well between point A and point B, we're putting our safety in jeopardy, and that's something we don't want either. Okay, if we look over here on the left side of the board, long-term health and fitness. That's got to be our end goal. We look at, hey, we got the Open coming up in less than a year, and we want to do well on that. I know everybody wants to do well on that, but like, what's our end goal? Is it to be a little bit better than we were last year on the leaderboard, or is it to live, I guess, a longer, healthier, stronger life, and in 50, 30, 40, 50 years, still be moving really well? I'd have to think that as a 70, 80, 90-year-old, being able to play with your grandchildren, pick them up and race them around the backyard has got to be more important. Living those years with good range of motion, good movement, all starts now. Okay, so the younger you are, the better movement patterns we can get is going to help pay off down the road. Okay. Second thing I want to look at is injury prevention here and now. Getting stronger, working on mobility, and working on strict movement is going to benefit us as we move into some dynamic movement or kipping movement. If we are able to get stronger, okay, we'll use a pull-up again for example, with a strict pull-up. As we move into a kipping pull-up or even a butterfly pull-up, our shoulders are going to be stronger, and we're going to be able to handle that dynamic movement, which puts more load on our shoulders better. Okay, and so preventing injury is going to be our second point. This was brought up, and I thought this was a really cool point. We've talked about this a little bit before, but with nutrition. Do we have some extra? Are we carrying extra weight? Do we have 10, 20, or even 30 pounds of extra weight that we're carrying around? And if so, that's going to help, or that's going to cause us to have slower progress. Okay, so we could sit here at the gym all day and we could pound out ring rows and pull up negatives. But if we're not paying attention to our nutrition, and we've been talking about that the last few weeks, progress is going to probably be really slow. Okay. If we can shed that extra weight, and we can help you do that, we're going to have some really quick and awesome results, especially from the gymnastics side of things. When training gymnastics, all right, or any movement for that matter, we want to think of this cool little pyramid of isometric, eccentric, and concentric, and we want to build our foundation with isometric movement, which is the static hold. So going back to the pull-up, can we hold the top of a pull-up? Okay, and if so, we're really strong here. The eccentric movement is the down piece. Okay, this is what we do a lot of negatives as cash outs and whatnot. And then concentric is the pull movement. Okay, so going up from the bottom up. Okay, and we want to train it in this order to get the most benefit. Okay. Looking at our other pyramid, mechanics, consistency, and then intensity. As we move into more dynamic movement or kipping movement, we want to make sure that we have the mechanics down, okay, the technique. Can we cycle a swing, a beat swing, properly? Okay, and then are we consistent? And if we're consistent, then we'll start to add intensity. Okay. Kind of already mentioned this as we've been going through, but strict before kipping. Us coaches, we could definitely be doing a better job of helping you guys and enforcing you guys to really try to work on developing strict before we move into kipping. I know that's going to be really hard because we've already set a standard that kipping pull-ups are good and are okay. I'm not here to tell you that we're going to stop doing kipping pull-ups. We're not, but we do want to put a little bit more emphasis on developing strict strength. Okay. Again, for safety and development, we're gonna benefit so much from developing our strict strength and becoming stronger in these positions, in these movements, and learning how to, at a slower rate, get from point A to point B. Okay. And all this kind of wraps up to, and the point is, living a longer, healthier, stronger life. That's really our goal, our end goal for every single member here. I know that a lot of you guys come in with goals of just being better on the slopes, or running a marathon, triathlon, or we have a specific sport that we're trying to just get better for. And that's good. I think that what we're doing is going to get you there for sure. But we want to get you there safely, and we want to get you to the end, moving really well and looking better than everybody else. That's all I got for you today. I hope that makes sense, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will talk to you next week.